Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 3 of our hydroponics build out. I'm not going to hash over what were the main mindset, what we've been doing over the last couple of months and stuff like that. If you want to know that, go back to the prologue video that I talk about the kind of the main scope of this project. If you want to hear about it again, check out episode 1 where we went in and we built our Dutch buckets drainage system. Episode 2, we did kind of the platform for the buckets to sit on, and we also kind of messed with and got the reservoir all set up. Today, what we're going to be working on is we're going to mount up the 3-inch return pipe that we're going to be using. The cool thing about our return pipe is that we're actually going to drill extra holes into them, put pots that we're going to sit in the top part, and then plant strawberries and stuff like that, so we can get kind of a more plants per square foot. That's our big thing that we're trying to do. So with that being said, let me set up, let me turn the camera around so you guys can get a bird's eye view of what's going on. I'll be running around with the GoPro also. It's handheld, so the shots are going to be shaky. It is what it is. Maybe if you subscribe to the channel, like the video, we can get to modernize the channel, and then we can turn around and invest that money into better camera gear like the GoPro 8, which is amazing. Okay, with that being said, shameless plug, take the second, subscribe, like, see you in a second. Boom. Okay, so what we're looking at doing here is we have our 3-inch pipe, and down the road I plan on expanding my bucket system out towards the far side of the patio, so I really don't want to mess with the end pipe at all. And the other thing that we're going to be doing is we got to come up with a way to keep water in this pipe, because we want to make sure that our strawberries and stuff like that get enough water. So we're going to do a little bit of creativity on that end. But pretty much what we're doing is I'm taking a 3-inch 90. Now I'm going to put it on my far end that will down the road expand. Again, I'm not painting anything. I'm not gluing anything. It's all low pressure in theory. Now, because there's going to be sitting water in here, I might get some leakage. Don't know yet. We're going to find out. If I do, I'll just have to pop off the end cap, use some PVC glue, glue it up. Now, I have my 90 on. I'm also going to take my end cap that actually screws off. And the reason why I'm doing this is if I need to, you know, flush anything out, clean it, it just makes your life a lot easier because you're not having to like break things apart or anything like that. So again, because I want this to be modular and be able to be movable and scalable, I'm not trying to glue anything. I'm probably going to end up regretting this down the road, but we'll see what happens. My big thing is hurricanes. Hurricanes coming, right? I can break down this entire thing in a matter of an hour or so, or last probably like 10-20 minutes. Throw it in the garage, it's good for a while. Okay, so end cap goes right in, boom, kick that in there. Now we're looking pretty good. So roughly now, what I'm gonna do is on the other end, just a regular end cap. Now you're probably confused and saying, well, Hoyle, how is the water going to flow from your return pipe into your reservoir? Well, on the bottom of my reservoir, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna drill a 1-inch hole. I'm then going to use one of those gaskets I have, the 3/4, and then with a 1-inch or a 1/2-inch PVC pipe, I'm going to put this to the bottom of the pipe and then raise it up, and then kind of like if you ever seen a canal, the drainage sits up higher and it tries to maintain water levels in the canal. That's what's going to happen. So in the pipe, I'm probably going to have this little guy stick up in my main return line about inch and a half, and that should keep enough water in that main return pipe to help feed my strawberries. But that's going to be in a few minutes because I want to get everything set up before I fine tune that. On the end, I'm just going to pop in my cap, put it in there nice and snug. I'm looking good there. I got my pipe set up. Let me bring over my reservoir. I got plenty of space. I can bring this guy down more. Yeah, I got plenty of space for that. So what I'm thinking here, let's kind of lift this guy up like that. He's going to sit just like that. That's perfecto. Perfecto. So now my question is how do I mount this to wood? So, because I don't want it to drain the other way, I want it to drain that way. Well, what can we do here? Okay, I got a little bit of an issue. I got to figure out how to keep the pipe raised up on the left side. I'm just gonna have it sit on the bucket on the other side for now, that's fine. But I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this, so I'll be right back. I tried a bunch of different things, and it just wasn't level the way I wanted it to be, so what I ended up doing was I talked my old lady into letting, hi Alyssa.
You talked your old lady into what?
Into letting me get another...
I still don't have a financial plan.
another bucket that's the equivalent of the reservoir. What we're going to do with this other bucket on the other side is that we're going to turn this into a deep water, and we're going to put her herbs into the, yeah, that's fine, into this bucket behind me. It's a lot deeper than...
Timestamp on your camera?
Huh?
I hope there's a timestamp on your camera.
There isn't. Why? Oh, there is. Yeah, I got that. What was I saying? Dang it, woman, you get me off track again. This is what makes the videos funny, is we just banter. Anyways.
Then don't have me after. Let me go finish my projects.
No, this one's important. Okay, so anyways, I wanted the bucket to be a lot smaller for her deep water herbs that we were going to be planting. That way I'm not wasting as much water every 2 weeks. But it is what it is. My main goal is just to get this pipe up and going. So let's get that started now. Alyssa, can you just kind of hold on to that other end? She's taking her sip right now of her Seagrams. I'm gonna name this the playlist of hydroponicking while drinking. So just hang on to that, baby. And then we're gonna lift this up, slide the bucket in on the other side. I'm gonna, where am I at on the other side?
What do you mean?
Like how far over am I?
You're more than halfway over.
All right, that's fine. Can you kick that towards the buckets you're in? See how it sticks out a little bit? Just moves it. Okay, cool. And then we can just kind of do that with the buckets. Okay, so what we're looking at doing is next I'm going to be drilling. That's fine, they can still hear me. We're going to be drilling 1-inch holes.
You look good.
Stop. I'm going to actually take this off. We're going mobile for a second, guys. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be drilling 1-inch holes into each of these. I'm going to honestly just take the small quarter or half PVC, stick it right in there, and then in between each of these buckets I'm going to put a 3-inch hole right here. 3-inch bucket is going to go inside the pipe, and then that's where our strawberries are going to go. However, I've been looking for strawberries pretty much everywhere for the last 2 days now. Home Depot, Walmart. I can't find strawberries anywhere, so I'm probably going to have to order.
Last minute planning.
I know. Well, I was already telling them that Amazon's like a 3-week for non-essential items.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible. I'm used to my 2-day Amazon Prime. Killing me.
Are they giving you a discount on your Amazon Prime?
No, of course not. Still ripping me off. I know, 2-day shipping. They get you addicted to it, and then they're gonna like come out after this and be like, oh, you want 2-day shipping, you need to pay an extra $50. And it's gonna mean, there we go, $50 more. So anyways, this is what we're looking at right here. Next step is we're gonna drop those holes in, so let's do that now. I'm gonna put you guys back up on the tripod so you can get the wide angle. I got my drill, 1-inch. So we cut out all of the return line holes. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to rotate the pipe of 180, and then we're going to drill the return line that's actually going to go from the main 3-inch pipe down to down to a half, and then that's going to enter the bucket. Because remember, we want to drill and have pots in this main line to get an extra couple of plants growing.
I don't want to be here.
Am I exactly 180? Am I good? Okay. Ow. So we drilled that. Now we got to put our gasket in. Over here, we drilled our hole. Clean that off a little bit. Okay, we're going to put our gasket in, and then we're going to put our 1/2-inch PVC pipe, and this is going to stick through, and it's going to keep enough water in here for our other plants to grow. So Alyssa, hold that for me real fast. Just like that, baby. Thank you. So I'm going to take my end piece off. Maybe.
Hercules.
Not work. Now we have Alyssa trying to work it into the hole. She's seeing if her expertise will be better than mine. No? Okay, here, hold this.
I'm gonna die.
Probably.
Yeah. What did you pick this up?
What's up?
What'd you get now for a loop?
Pam. You've never used Pam before, baby? Pam is non-stick. So it took us a little finagling. It's a tight fit. Hopefully there's no leaks. I ended up having to, the gasket kept falling on the inside. I drilled it out just a little bit larger. It's just take your time. I went around a couple of times with the drill bit real fast, and then I popped it in, held my fingers on the other side, on the inside of the tube to keep the gasket in place. I got this started barely on the inside of the gasket, and then I just took a hammer to it a couple of times, boom, 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 tapped it in. You guys can't see it, but roughly the pipe on the other side, on the inside, is sticking up just about that much, about an inch, inch and a half, and that's going to keep at least an inch, inch and a half worth of water in the pipe at all time for the plants that are going to be growing out of the 3-inch. So let's just pop this cap back on, like so. Boom. Okay, there's that. Now what we're going to need to do is just kind of rotate this over. I will need, I'm going to get my PVC cutters because I'm going to cut off my return 1/2-inch line just a little bit, because right now it's like ridiculously large. I don't need it that large. I just need it enough to go into this bucket. So I'm going to just kind of measure it up. Right there should be good. Take my PVC cutters. Boom. 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 There we go. So that's cut like that, and that gives me a little bit more space. I'm actually just going to kind of lift this lid up. What am I stuck on over there, baby?
And fuse is just.
Oh. Bring me up. Right? Yep, there we go. So that's kind of what we're looking at right there. Now what we need to do is we just need to cut about 2-inch lines. We're going to stick them into the bottom of the elbows and then line up the buckets with the rest of the holes. From there, I'm going to make my incision onto the top of my bucket, get that set up, and then we are ready to fill the bucket up with our solution. Fill the bucket, the 5-gallon buckets up with the netting and the Sterlite. Flush those because you really want to, before you put plants in them, flush them with a hose. I'll show you how to do that and get all like the chalky dust out. I highly, highly, highly suggest you read the reviews when you're purchasing Sterlite online. You want coarse rock. I'll show you what that is in the next video when we get to that part. Be careful with buying online. When I was looking on Amazon, a lot of the Sterlite, the reviews was it came out as like a chalk dust, and it's worthless to you at that point. Okay, so that's it for this video. I'm going to finish up with popping these small 1/2-inch lines into the reserve or return, and then we're good with that. I'll see you in the next video when we start filling everything up and getting it washed out and getting it set up. Till then, see ya. There's that.